there is a quack load of new stuff in this weekly. For me, as far as new pets involved. Basically what I'm seeing though is mana strategies and transforming related strategies. That's what I'm seeing. And then also, yeah, a lot of new stuff. But as far as like main things, I think those are the main two. I'm excited about this guy because I know about this one. It's like a flightless bird from New Zealand or something. It's really cool. Anyway, there's a couple of 2-card combo-ish things. Particularly, I would call out this guy, a Margosaurus. I think that would just work with a manatee, right? That seems insane to me. I could be wrong, but that seems insane. Chat called out Ox Mole. They're big fans of that one. And then there's a little bit of rolling, I guess you could do with Yeti Ammonite Mana Hound, but regardless, I guess I'm doing that. So these are two new things. Friend transform, give it a stat for a turn, and then this transformed into anything. I'm not gonna freeze them because not really a reason to, but I just like how this sounds. Cartoony prongs. There's garlic and pineapple. There's not much real scaling. Like there's octopus, which I don't really count. There's skeleton dog, which I also don't really count. And then there's, did I say trout? Skeleton dog, trout don't really count. Octopus don't really count. The only real ones are like albatross that does with, oh yeah, you can do a little bit of this thing, huh? Okay. You do a little transform on that thing too. Alright, I'm down for that. Because this transforms, and then this will give it a stat. Yeah, sure, why not? And now we have two levels. Albatross gives stats to things that transform, so I would like to do that. But also that manatee and Margosaurus thing sounds pretty sick too. So who knows? Well, it turns out our little cute thing didn't matter, but there is some solo scaling with the whale shark and the and the behemoth whale shark. Yeah. Start a battle. Transform any 2 friends ahead into any useful tier 1 thing or lower. This does just do it for everyone, huh? Well, there's 2 different mana things, so we could do that. Oh, there's also this guy too. I mean, we could basically do either. We could basically do either. I guess we technically have a little bit of transform already going on. So maybe it means we do that. So I also don't know how you line it up. Although I guess this doesn't really work with transform necessarily. But I guess you could have this and then transform it afterwards. Yeah, sure. And then we do this so we get extra rolls, I guess. Now you have transform 2 friends ahead, but this will go after this. So then, how does this work? Is there a way for this to work where I get 3 transforms? I don't think so. I don't think there is. So I guess I just put this one here then, right? I guess so. Sure. We'll try it. We'll try it like that, I guess. The music has stopped. Try that again. Basculus and Rollaway are random order for same stats. Oh, I thought it went left to right, or furthest back to forward. I guess if that's the case, you still want this one here, because this can transform afterwards. That being said, this seems like it would be pretty good. Probably just better than this. It's like the same thing, but better, kind of. A little bit, sort of. Roll. Well, there are pills this week, huh? Does that matter? I mean, skeleton dog, but not a whole lot. I mean, turtle. Okay, turtle. Walrus. Okay, there's a couple. Not something we really need to worry about yet, though. We do have 2 level 3s, so that is something to consider. 4 attack, transform into an ant. Gain anything of the previous tier. Wait, does this do? Oh, it just gains a useful perk, okay. Yes. Transform into a level 1 frog and gain 2 XP. It's probably better than the basilisk, although the order is still random, which is annoying. If outnumbered. This is a cool one, too. I don't think we're going to do it, but it is cool. I'm just gonna, like, heavily roll. I don't really want the bat. Okay, never mind, we'll take it. We're gonna have a bunch of mana. That's something. That's something at least. Alright, let me pay attention. What happens now? Okay. I gained some health. That's something. We draw. I'll take a draw. I will take a draw. Also, just do this. New thing, give 3 attack. Summon Ocarina or a Manatee. I do like the Manatee. Okay, we want to get a garlic on this and then sell it. That's what we're looking to do. Not opposed to. I kind of feel like just take the dog instead. Is that crazy? Maybe that's crazy. We're still looking. Start battle. Give meat bone to a friend, okay? We really want to find that garlic. We really want to find that garlic. Okay. Only 1 trigger, but we get some trumpets. And then we have a guy with a lot of health. Alright, not bad. Not what we want. There we go. Okay. Sell. Lovely. 1 of you on you for sure. Then do this, I guess? So that it works a couple times or something? Okay. And then roll. Friend transform. Give it things until the next turn. Not bad. So I think we're gonna hit tier 4s, so we probably just wait on that a little bit. Okay, I'll just take that. Although now the basilisk is the same stats as that guy, so the order might be a little funky here. Okay. I mean, I guess some trumpets, so there's that at least. I don't know what that guy did at the end, but we did win, so there is that. Okay. Or jumped. Friend jumped or transformed, huh? What do we... Okay, I'll take that right now. It's permanent stats. Deal 4 damage to 1 random enemy for each friendly transformation this turn. That seems kind of sick. That seems kind of sweet. Don't know how you really make that all work, but it is pretty sweet. I guess you could put this up here, right? Yeah, you could do that. That way we have this guy with the health up front. Although you kind of want the skeleton dog's stats to apply. So then maybe just transform the manatee. That seems not terrible. And I'm just gonna delay, I guess, the find the really sweet dude. What the what? Well, the good news is that they don't get spawns out of that because they had the lizard up front. But it's not like they knew what the lizard was going to turn into. Now, the problem with this is you do need to put it somewhere, huh? This is still going to heal for another turn or 2. Heal? 4 damage. 1... I guess you could technically have this in the front because the transformations happen right away. We are probably going to look to switch this out, but I also like the 2 random stats thing. That's my only issue right now. That's my only issue right now with this situation. There is also the dream of doing manatee plus the dinosaur. That is also a dream. It's kind of not the right dream in the sense that it's friend transform, give it stats until the end of the turn. That dog is there, man. That dog is hard to ignore. It's just the Basilisk is so much worse than... It's literally just there because it has a transform ability. That's literally all it is. Friend jumped or transformed. You don't want the skeleton to transform. So, yeah. I don't know what to do here. I guess I could... but then this transforms too, which is great. But we don't want this one to transform or this or this. So it's like just these. So if I remove this, something else has to get transformed. Which is why I just want to buy something else that transforms and then, like, I don't know, pill the dog or something. Okay, that helps me out to delay my decision. That's also interesting. That's also interesting. It also means that I don't feel bad about deleting or like selling the manatee this coming turn. Makes it a little easier. They have one transform. We're gonna have a big dog. We draw. Okay, alright. Getting funky in here. Alright, sell this. Buy this guy. Probably gonna have to get rid of the dog. It seems like. We're gonna have to get rid of that dog. Gonna get rid of this first. Buy this. Transform and give the two backmost friends an HP. Boom. Okay. So now that means we have something that is willing to transform in terms of this. And then I guess we're just not gonna take the skeleton dog stats. And what? We're gonna look for a pill? For the walrus? I guess? 12 at the front's not bad. Ooh, 13 in the back is also not bad. Well, all your things are dead. Turns out this freaky fish is pretty good, or whatever this is. Granted, don't really want the walrus to be doing that necessarily, but a manatee is a good one to throw in there to get transformed, to be fair. I'm still looking for that pill that's not showing up. Still looking for that. 4 out of 10, huh? I'm just trying to think. I gotta imagine you need the albatross to get to 10 here, but what do I know? I mean, that's a big guy. Oh, but wait, maybe the snipes? Alright, we got there. We got there. Level 2 on this would be big, I would assume, so we're gonna do that first. There's just kind of not enough room. I guess unless you got rid of this and, you know, did something along those lines, but I think these are probably... Well, wait, this works because it'll actually, like, it'll give us mana every turn, which seems pretty good, actually. I would ideally pill this, but that's probably not. Okay. Is it worth pilling that or doing the walrus? I'm gonna be greedy and pill this. Okay. I do this. We roll for pill? Yeah, probably. Just roll for pill. Nice. Nice. So does this work how I want it to? Yeah, sure, that works. I mean, that one's a little, I probably should have moved it up here, and so then it would give mana to both of these, but... a big behemoth is an issue. Wait, but level 2? Oof. Another draw, huh? Another draw is certainly something. First of all, do this here. Bill for peanut. Oh, it's the one-time peanut thing, huh? Not quite as good. Before battle goes before start of battle, right? I'm just thinking that'll count as another transform, right? Unless I'm just interpreting that completely wrong. Oh. You're probably gonna have to do that, but I don't know how that's gonna go. Correct? Okay. So I should get a third trigger, which is good. I don't really know what just happened there, but I do know that I just shot for a lot. I do know that I just shot for a lot. The problem is... that doesn't work is what the problem is, basically. The problem is that just kind of doesn't work. We would have to get rid of one of these slots, which we can't really do. Replace Winter with Albatross and transform the bird. Oh, wait. Transform one pet into another of the same tier. Transform this bird? My issue with it is that, like, this won't do the stat permanent giving, right? Because this is going to transform it. Replace Winter with Albatross and transform the bird. 5 out of 10, we do probably need permanent stats to get there. Yeah, but Alba won't give permanent stats because it's already transformed into a different unit. That's my thing. I don't know if I like transforming this, though. It gets a lot of health. It will, it's the same pet. I don't know if we're talking about the same thing. I will give this a stake, though. Transform one pet into another one of the same tier. So this right now basically has always been getting, or will always get plus 12 HP, which is pretty dang good. Transform one pet into another of the same tier. This is definitely the best transform pet for us to have. Is it worth it? I guess we're gonna find out. That was something. That certainly was something. Probably not as good. Well, we won. We did win. There's that. We got that going for us. Okay. Probably just this and this. Alright. It'll get permanent. Yeah, I guess I was just thinking, like, if this transforms this... Like, on this one, where it transformed both of them, it doesn't give the health to this unit because it's not an Albatross. That's more of what I'm talking about. I know it would help this one because its ability is before, but on when this happens, it won't because it's not an Albatross anymore. Alright, well, we lose this one anyway, but... So it's really only statting this, which is not exactly the most interesting thing to be happening. But I guess that just means you transform this to an ant now, if you have to. No, because it won't be an albatross anymore. That's what I'm talking about. It's like you want the albatross to basically not be transformed, so then when this transforms two things, it can stat it. So I guess you could do this now. I don't know if you would want this in the front or not, but yeah, I guess you could do that. I guess if you have this here, you can also give this the ant thing, and then it maybe will work. Sure, I think that's allowable. Yeah. Pretty much just looking for more of this thing. Alright. Their team is 1,000 times better than me, so that's something. Hey, it killed one unit. Wait a second, we lost. Albatross only has 3 triggers. Probably that, probably that. Well, we'll see how this goes. See how this goes. Level 2 albatross. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of what we were saying. We needed the albatross earlier to probably scale enough to be able to fight these guys. Although, that's a pretty good start. Never mind. Never mind. Completely. That was almost good to start. This and get me an albatross? Oh. First time max level giant Pangasius, though. That's something. I don't think I'm gonna buy the fruit fly thing. I don't think that's where I'm at. Yeah. Yeah, we kinda thought this might happen. Had some cool things going, but probably down the tubes now. Yeah. I mean, they also have a level 3, so they're probably... I guess I did transform more, but... It's something. We got something going on. Transform. Okay. I mean, that is worth buying when it's there. And this is a good one now. I will roll because we would rather see an albatross or a chocolate. That's why we play the game. That's why we play the game. Sure. Okay. Well, the bird's back to being better now, so there's that going for it. Also, the death touch is good for the blowfish. Ooh, a level 3 with a mushroom is a little concerning. They had some crazy spawns there. Oh, he did the thing where he ate! Although, no, we still got enough, but that was crazy. That was a crazy round. That was a crazy round. Hold on, maybe we can get there. Maybe we can get there. Okay. Death touch to death touch. I shoot. They have a lot of mana back there, though. Oh, and we don't one-shot. Yeah, that's game. Yeah. That's unfortunate, huh? That's a cool combo. I didn't think about that. The, what do you call it? The Rambatan plus the healing guy. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'll give it up. That was a cool strategy. Excuse me. Still dying and stuff. Sulking whippersnappers. Been a lot going on the past week, but let's talk about the stream things first. Obviously Pad, obviously Sap. Pixel Cross Adventure Friday. Been doing a number of... What the hell are you? How did you have 4 units? You cheated. Steam Next Fest demos abound. That's definitely been taking place. None of this makes sense, but okay. Alright, we just have a level 3, I guess. Whiterun Protocol and Meganaut, which we did on Friday because it was Friday the 13th, so I was like, oh, I'll do scary game, we lose. Alright, worst possible start you can have. Scary games for Friday the 13th demos, which is good. As well as... okay. Sure. I mean, I don't have anything that gets mana, so I might as well... I guess I would rather just have 2 level 2s, right? Yeah, okay, well. Do this to start, and then grab that one, and then maybe this one? We still don't actually have mana, but sure. It'll make them probably better than what they are now, because right now they don't do anything. Double meat, huh? Hurt triggers. Hurt people, or something. We still lose. Alright, cool, I guess. That's cool. That's cool, too. On Wednesday, we did a, yeah, I'm just gonna sell this. Mana. Hopefully that works. No, I guess I won't freeze that. Well, I guess I will. No, I won't. Another demo called Backseat Drivers, but it's a co-op game, and I did that with Honeydew, so that was cool. Okay, 2 dog triggers gotta be a win, surely. Alright. And then today... oh, there was another demo, I think. Blast Rush. And then today... alright. Time for this, probably, to get out of the way. These are... yeah, that makes sense with that. That makes sense with that. Sure. Also sure, probably for a little bit. Probably good value. Oh. Dude. Shoot. But I don't actually want to transform this, huh? Whatever. I'm just gonna run it like this and see if things work how I would want them to. Probably not, though. Probably gonna transform it before the stats can get gained. It'll gain this one, but... yeah, okay. It's a lot of mana, though. That's the thing. That's the thing. That's a lot of mana. That's a guaranteed kill. But yeah, the Backseat Drivers co-op game was hilarious. That was hilarious. And then, yeah, I forget if I said Puck or not, but... and then also today, some Street Fighter. The CEO is happening this weekend. Legendary tournament, long-running tournament, so I did a little bit of that in honor of that. Need to teach our opponents to mine their mana. Oh, I guess this is another pillable thing if you wanted to do that for something, but... which would work well with this, because it's probably going to attack a couple times, but can't really have this, you know, you then lose out on that. Which we can't really afford to do right now, I guess. Even though these are all good units, and I kind of want to take them, but I feel like I'm stuck. Where if I like unwind this, then that becomes not useful unless then you buy this and put it in front. But even then, that might not even be as good as... I guess it is probably better. It's just that you then lose the garlic, which I paid money for, so it feels worse for that reason. And then this is permanent stats, which is always nice, and Ox is just kind of good. Especially if maybe you do both. I'm just going to roll. I'm just going to ignore all of those and roll instead and hope that I get a level and then redeem myself for these decisions. Okay, well, probably not. Looks like... okay, there's one. There's two. Alright, redeemed in the end, barely. Redeemed in the end, barely. So this gets, what, 9 mana? Yeah, that's enough to... That's enough to kill some things. Okay. And it's a draw in the end anyway. Alright. Okay, all 3 levels? Spend mana to gain trumpets for each mana. That's definitely better than that. I kind of want to just do another level. Spend 4 mana, gain 3 gold next turn, huh? You're not 4 mana, which is the problem. You're not 4 mana, which is the problem. I'm going to delay my decision. Yes. Yes, I will. So we can kind of still go mana or transforms here. Okay, we took out the thing with the mana. That's something. Took out something. The garlic is paid off. But what do we do now? This does feel really good with the albatross strats. This guy, I mean, it's a good shell here, it's a good shell here. These fit the mana more. Granted, there's not really that much mana going around at the moment. I would kind of need a level. I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna do that and hold on to this one. I've made my decision. And I know that's like, oh, I should have decided that last time and everything, but here we are. Here I am rolling. Friend transform. Give it +3 XP. Works 1 time per battle. 1 time is not many times, to be fair. And these are already kind of level. Oh, this transforms into level 1. And this transforms into level 2, so it would make it level 3. There's something to be said about that. But again, there's the whole unwinding of everything thing going on here. Alright. That helps. Okay. I'm definitely going to exchange those. I like that. Gonna exchange that. A lot of transforming going on. I have my own lizard. How you feel about that? Ouch, wait, you got a guy at the end. Huge camel? It wasn't that huge of a camel. Okay. You've done your contributions and we appreciate them. Chocolate there would have been crazy. Yeah, I think we just roll. We are still kind of halfway between both strategies here. We are still kind of halfway between both strategies here. Okay. That certainly makes me more interested in just going mana, because this guy making a giant dog is pretty big deal. Granted, we're more in need of mana support than of some of the transform stuff, but 9, that's a big dog. Not big enough, unfortunately. Level. Honestly, not really what we wanted to see. Honestly, not really what we wanted to see. They really want me to level 3 this thing. I feel like we've seen multiples of those. I guess I'm just gonna do this and hold on. Hold on to, okay, level 3. And then we have this thing again. Gonna be honest, chat. With our HP and with our not fully decided on a strategy yet thing, I'm not feeling hopeful. Although those are 2 good transforms. Those are 2 good transforms. Still got absolutely smoked. So there's that. There's that going for us. There's an albatross, probably too late again. And now it's like, well, I guess we have to unwind this or something. Which again doesn't really work anymore. Just kind of doesn't really work anymore. Transform the frontmost friend into a mini octopus. It's definitely a good unit to have that happen to. I guess that's what I'm doing. And we're rolling twice, I guess, so that it gets a thing, and then we'll chickpea and start chickpeeing this, I guess. Again, I mean, this is worse than last time. 1 health, team's just worse looking in general. We're dead. It's not even close. We're dead. Surely we're dead. We're dead. We're dead. It's not even close. All right. Well, I kind of threw. That's. I guess I just needed to YOLO choose a lane earlier and just hope to get there instead of with like being in between. But I think a large part of that was just those early losses where we literally started out worst possible and then lost another one kind of in there. But yeah, it didn't go so great. Didn't go so great, I would say. So I did get some achievements of level 3s, so there is that. Funny that we chickpeed this thing back into the same bird. 19 rounds versus 11 rounds. Well, alright then. Well, I'll have to give it another go. I kind of didn't end up talking about a lot of things I wanted to talk about, so I guess I'll have to do that in the next one. A lot of stuff been going on this weekend and past week. Yes, a nice cough to end the video.